Hey guys, Cal, the Death Knight of Anime here, bringing you my review for My Hero Academia, chapter 234. It's back, guys. It's finally back, and with it being back, I pretty much realized that it wouldn't have made with it being back, with it being on break for so long. I realized that it wouldn't have made sense. It wouldn't have made sense. It wouldn't have made sense for in order for Hero Aka in order to go on break again. I think I think with that said, I think. I think in pretty much terms of the hiatus that One Piece is going on, it's probably a hiatus that is basically is basically only affecting One Piece now. Again, as in terms of how long that hiatus is gonna last, I don't know. But yeah, I think it is a hiatus that is only affecting One Piece right now. Um, but with that said, let's get on to the chapter itself. And the big thing with this chapter, and specifically in terms of the whole fight with basically Re-Destro, is of course is basically shake Araki's very unique development in this chapter, or at the very least interesting development. And what I mean by that is, with this chapter, we pretty much get the sense that in terms of basically Shigaraki's character, and the biggest thing that was holding him back and the biggest thing that was, and I guess to a degree still is, kind of holding him back from basically harnessing all every bit of power that his quirk has, is that with him with him, he was always rejecting his past because he wanted to forget what he had done, even though ironically his pretty much past was basically always there to remind him, with him covering his body with the hands of his family. But with in this chapter, with what partner Shigaraki did, is by breaking that mental wall in his mind and embracing the memories of his family, then pretty much trying to, then basically then pretty much tossing them aside, and pretty much trying to forget what happened. But by him doing that, it actually allowed him to awaken his power. Now, I'm not gonna lie. In terms of the way that of course this the way I explained this, and the way it all went down, with in terms of in with the whole thing of pretty much Shigaraki awakening his power, it does tread a line of the whole fairy tale thing, where emotions and feelings are what pretty much gave him his power, but at the same time, I think it was used in from such a way where it plays into the whole idea that from clearing your mind and from facing your faults and your mistakes is definitely a key to, is one of the keys to becoming stronger. Like it's with the whole thing of clearing your mind and accepting who you are and what you've done. That in itself is pretty much is one of the most basic and clear messages. That is one of the most basic lessons that they pretty much have to learn when it comes to becoming stronger, and in this case it works, because because the biggest roadblock that Araki was facing the entire time is that he just kept trying to bury his past and just block all of his memories off, and just block every single memory and just block off and just keep every single memory he had trapped away, as you said. But with him embracing those memories and him embracing his past now, he definitely has the room in order to become stronger now. There isn't so much of a roadblock anymore that's preventing him from pretty much embracing his true power, and him and his power growing after this. Now, and of course, the other thing of this, now, as you all know, in terms of the character in terms of the quirk, in terms of basically Re-Destro's quirk, as you all know, I'm not the biggest fan of his quirk at all, and honestly, and honestly, that probably hasn't changed all that much. But one thing I can say to you is that one thing I liked about this chapter with basically Re-Destro's quirk is that I definitely like the whole idea of him wrapping his whole body in his quirk in this chapter, and just seeing him just seeing him become even more monstrous as the fight continued. In fact, I'm not gonna lie. I might be indifferent a little towards. I might be a little indifferent towards. Might be a little indifferent. A little indifferent towards. A little indifferent towards the quirk itself, but but I will admit that there was an actual point in the chapter where I definitely thought his power is his power was there was a point in the chapter where I definitely thought his power, it was actually kind of terrifying, like Prince just seeing him wrap himself in basically all this black muscle stuff or whatever it was. Yeah, it was. It was a legitimately terrifying sight to see. In fact, so I guess you could say it's one of those times where I definitely think with basically Re-Destro and his quirk, I'm still a little indifferent in terms of whether or not it's basically a good quirk in order for someone like him who's supposed to be the leader of this organization to have. But I will admit it definitely is kind of starting to grow on me and just how powerful it is for sure. And it's clear it's definitely more than just an enhancement quirk. It's a legit powerful quirk for sure. And with this and with what's happening with Re-Destro here, there is an interesting parallel that we can draw between with basically how Re-Destro is becoming a lot more of a monster in terms of how much he's consumed himself with his goal and how much he's let his quirk to overtake him, whereas although in comparison to Shigaraki, he's actually set himself with the development we basically got of Shigaraki in this chapter. He's actually set himself on a path of becoming more human by embracing what had happened in the past and coming to terms with it, and. Yeah, it's basically a situation where or it's basically as it said before, it's basically a giant battle between. It's basically this whole thing has been a battle between villains, of course, but in the case of one villain over the other, one villain is kind of becoming a little bit more of a hero almost. Like when you look at all the villain that pretty much the League has had up to this point. It's clear that they themselves are a little more closer to I suppose a little more closer to a little bit of the hero status in this situation, but yeah and so yeah it's really whereas with the Liberation Army, they're definitely becoming a little more villainous for sure. And with that said, yeah, let's talk about the big thing in this chapter, which is that Gigantomachia has finally arrived on the scene. And I'm not gonna lie, maybe it's just because it happened on the last page, but at this point in the story, he really feels like little more than a footnote in terms of the story as a whole. I mean, obviously he's gonna have a part to play going forward, but yeah, it feels like the only reason he's here now is basically means is just as pretty much means in order to wrap things up with this arc or the conflict. But yeah, as a whole, he with pretty much Gigantomachia, he seems like just a minor part of the story at this point. But again, maybe that's probably because he was. That's probably because with basically Horikoshi, he was probably using all that time in order to develop a lot of the members of the League of Villains themselves. So yeah, as of right now with Gigantomachia, he really feels like just a footnote at this point. But But as I said, he's definitely a character that is definitely needed in order to finish this up for sure. But yeah, guys, that's my review. If you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Canadian Illustrator, Crunchyroll. Death Knight of Anime, signing off. Later, guys.